That's here in LA. Zenobia here, Tech Diva, and the Luxury Lifestyle is your show right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Zenobia, back working this out again. We'll get it together. I'm trying different angles, different chairs, different back, just all kinds of different stuff to see what feels comfortable. So enjoy the music today. Lots of music as usual. And I've got some tech tips today. Mobile security is the topic today. So enjoy. I'll be back in a little bit. Zenobia here, Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle. Okay, let's get that. Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle here on RMC on airlive.com. We'll change there, but it's RMC on air live. Oh, Chris, help me. Okay, rmconair.com. Just found that out over the break. We're shifting, and you will be able to catch this on some other medias very shortly in the next week or so. Okay, anyway, I'm Zenobia. I call myself the Touchable Tech Diva because I'm a technology maven, as well as an avid jazz lover, as you can tell, and a lover of passionate living, which I need to do more of. That's why I'm doing a show that incorporates it in. So you'll have homework to do passionate living, and I'll have homework to do it also. Okay, a little information about the music that you heard. Of course, as I said, I'm an avid jazz lover. And from what I can tell, a lot of the music that I'll be playing that you'll hear here, you don't hear for sure not on commercial radio. Okay. But you might catch some of it on Pandora. Not to give it a big plug, but on some of the internet stations you can catch some. And I also have a show on live365.com. It's called Jazz Sensuals, JAZZSENSUAL. And there I play this music. It's 24/7. So a lot of the music is the same music. I mix it up. And I'll be doing some new music on Jazz Sensuals very soon as well. So, to what you just heard, Smooth Soul by Jeff Bradshaw. Nice piece from an album called Bone Deep. And prior to that was See What I'm Saying by Boney James. He's typically known as a smooth jazz artist, but I like his music. You'll hear me kind of blend some of the music, but I try to stay more edgy than what you would hear on regular over-the-air radio. And prior to that was a tune called Cleanup Crew, Do a Little Dirty Work from Prime Cuts. That's Billy Sheehan and Niacin. And leading off my show, my favorite, Marcus Miller with Blast. I like doing Blast to start off my shows because it kind of wakes you up and gets you going, sets the mood. And that's from an album called Marcus. And Marcus has just released another album in the last 3 months or so. So he's got new music out. That's always a fun thing because I'm a big bass player. And I learned of him through Miles, who is my idol as well. So you'll hear me pull out some old school Miles every now and then too. Okay, so this is the second show. We're still working out camera angles and seats and all kinds of things. And I think this is going to be fun. I'm starting to loosen up a little bit. And I'll play some more music. I'm still going to play a lot of music because I love the music is energizing. Okay, it's a savior. But I do have some tech tools today and tips. And we're going to talk about mobile. How many of you make this a body part besides me? I call it a body part, so it doesn't ever get too far away. And I'm just amazed at how many times I see people put their phones on a counter or on a table and just go and just walk away. I don't understand. It's 2014. I don't understand that, but people do that. So if you're inclined to do that kind of thing, then you really need to stay tuned here and listen to some of the tips that I'm going to be giving you throughout the show. Okay, so let's get back to the music. Zenobia here, Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle. Tech tools, hot jazz, passionate living. Enjoy.
Talking about these young cats here. Check this groove out.
You know, back in the day, it was all about the music.
Oh yeah, tell them about it.
But nothing but the jazz cats.
Mm-hmm. You know, the young boys. Yes.
Breathing it.
Yeah.
Voices of Wisdom. I love the last line. It says, "You sound old." And then the other guy says, "You too." I love that. But the music is so cool. It's very relaxing. This is good. Now, this is Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle Show. Tech tools, hot jazz, passionate living. Okay, remember that. Tech tools, hot jazz, passionate living. It's at noon to 2 on Wednesdays here in LA. But this is a global show. So I'm live wherever you are right now in this space and time. So we'll also be archiving the show. You'll be able to see the show on my YouTube channel very shortly, once we get all the bugs and routing and all that good stuff. The technology, Tech Diva is doing the background teching to get it up so you can see it on lots of platforms. And also coming soon, you'll be able to see it on the Touchable Tech Diva Network channel. It's a Ning channel. I like Ning's platform because it's very comprehensive. It has all of the community stuff. It has a photo gallery. It has the videos. And then you'll also be able to see this show streamed live there in the next couple of weeks or so. I'm working on that too. A lot of stuff, a lot of technology stuff. So you're watching it live. Okay, music that you just heard. You just heard Voices of Wisdom, and that's from a group called Pieces of a Dream, and that's from a CD called Sensual Embrace Number 2. And prior to that, a tune called Deeper, and that's Pete Belasco. I like that. That's that CD is Deeper as well. And prior to that, fabulous vocalist Mesa, and the tune was called Friendly Pressure from Out of the Blue. And leading off the set was Alain Caron, Turkey Loose on the Kid. Really strange, crazy name for a song, but Turkey Loose on the Kid, and from a CD called 5. Okay, so I've been telling you today that we're going to deal with some mobile security. Okay, we all have our cell phones. So, millions and millions and millions of people have cell phones now. All different forms, shapes, and goodies. And for some of us, they're another body part. Not another arm, not another leg, not another ear, but it's actually all of those. And that's my rolling office because I'm bi-coastal. My daughters are on the East Coast. My grandbabies are on the East Coast. So I have a couple of different East Coast remote offices for my business, which I'll get into eventually. I have a couple of companies, and along the way you'll hear me talk about them and the types of things that we can help you with your technology. But anyway, today we're going to deal a little bit with cell phones. There's so much. In fact, one of my companies does cell phone class training. Believe it or not, people are saying, I need to take your class. It's called Meet Your Cell Phone, because cell phones are not just for phone calls anymore. We need to make them our personal assistant. And if you have a business or you work for a business, you need to make it your $60,000 business development partner. Because not everybody has that much to pay someone that. So you make this work for you. So I'm going to help you in the coming weeks figure that out and get some more use. So a few statistics for you. Let's see. There are 4 billion mobile phones in use worldwide, among 7 billion people on this planet. Did you know that? 7 billion people. I got left at 6 billion, which was totally amazing to me. But 7 billion people have 4 billion cell phones. So as you can see, a lot of us are doubling up there. And then we won't even mention how many tablets are out there. It's been an interesting phenomena for me to watch. I've been in the technology business since the 80s, lots and lots of years. So I have a history story to tell. So if you're interested, one of these days you can pin me down on a lot of the history. So I've seen this whole evolution, actually it's a revolution because it's only 30 some years what I've seen. And so to me, that's a revolution of change. And I go back to the days where a hard drive was the size of a desktop computer, today's, desktop computer. And that was a hard drive, and you were lucky to get 1 meg back then. And it was $3,000. It's a lot of money. And so now we get down to a hard drive that is about the size of a cell phone, and you can get terabytes onto that. So I've watched this migration of technologies to the point where we have this little gadget here that can not only make a call, they're still needing to spend more time on making phone calls work. But for the most part, they work. And now we can do all kinds of amazing things on our cell phones. So, to have 4 billion cell phones in such a short amount of time is a real phenomenon. Okay, another statistic for you. For those of us who actually use these to store information, we get our emails. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but I have 1 million emails because I use them like file drawers and file folders. So, of course, we're downloading pictures, we're downloading files, we're downloading, doing all kinds of downloads and storing. So my phone stays on full. So now we're in the era where we're taking all these pictures. And now, do we actually download them and dump them off of our phones and get them printed out? No. You'll end up with 1,400, 1,500 pictures on your phone. Anyway, a little statistic here. $37,438. Okay, $37,438 is the value worth of digital assets stored on mobile devices. That's an average. Can you believe that? $37,000. Oh, let me back up a second because I have to give credit where credit is due. I got an email actually this morning from PCM, which is a retailer of a computer retailer. They sell all kinds of notebooks, desktops, printers, storage, all kinds of good stuff. And so they sent this email out, why you should care about mobile security. And so I'm quoting from this email that I received today because I like to give credit where credit is due. And another statistic that they have here is there's a 37% increase in mobile malware targeted at Android devices over the past several months. Okay, we're not talking a year, we're not talking a couple of years, we're talking about over months, a 37% increase in malware. Okay, so we're going to have some more discussions over the course of the show about security because that is a major, it's a major issue. The cat is out of the bag. We won't be able to put the cat back in the bag, but we'll be able to at least block it off. So listen up over the coming weeks, and I'm going to have some good people coming in or doing Skype interviews. Yes, we're going to use technology, Skype, to talk about security, not only for our phones, but also for our laptops, for our computers, for our businesses, and why as a business person, you really need to monitor your own internet presence, your own data. Even if you hire somebody to the tune of thousands and thousands of dollars, you still have to be aware of a lot of things so that you can know what they are doing and what you want them to do for you. So let me stop here for a second to talk about, I'm going to talk now, I'm talking. I don't talk a whole lot, but I like to talk. We're experiencing is this another battle we used to have way back in the day, the VHS versus Betamax battle. You still have the Mac versus PC battle. We still have that. And now we have the iPhone versus the Android. So a little history here in case you didn't know. Apple, of course, designs and has their proprietary operating systems. When you have an Android phone, which is the other prevalent device. Well, before I even talk about Android, let's talk about operating systems. I'm getting techie on you here. Apple has their iOS and their OS. For the largest percent of the rest of the phone ecostructure is based on Linux, which is an open source operating system. And what that means is that open source means that it's free to the public, it's open to the public, it's not proprietary, and it's not a closed, what we call a closed garden or a closed system like the iOS operating system is. So if you have the desire to create your own operating system for your own phone and make your own phone, now, you know, Google is just coming out with their own phone, too, right? I'm sorry, not Google. Google has their phones. Amazon is not only a store, they're doing their own phone. It's set up so that you can go and buy stuff from Amazon way, way easier. That's really the driving force behind their phone. Anyway, it's open source, it's Linux. So the Android platform, which is actually Google, is based on the Linux open source operating system. There's a lot of other companies that have developed their own operating systems too, and you can tell that on the Android side, there are so many phones that have so many different features, because you can pick and choose what features you want to use in your operating system when you're working on Linux. With iOS, it is what it is. That's really it. And you have to get approval to be able to develop for that system, and it has to meet their standard. Okay? And it has to meet, have certain requirements. On the open source Linux side, with the Android phones, it's like the wild, wild west. So you'll see that the phones have different features, some do different things. Anyway, with open source, you leave yourself more open to people who don't have the best intentions and can write software that is called malware. So this is the long explanation of why there's such a big jump in the malware that's now hitting your phones, and because it's so easy to write to program for Android phones. So now you have to, on another level, not just your laptop, not just your desktop computers, you have to pay attention to what sites you go to, what emails you get. And I'm going to talk about all of that in one of the shows, because I just had a friend of mine who thought that she was buying something from a legitimate site. Turns out she could have known that it wasn't a legitimate site if she had looked at the email address that it was from. Just as simple as that. That can tell you that that's not a site that you want to click on. So we'll talk about that, and unfortunately now it's hitting our phones. So we'll talk about some more things, little tips that you can do to protect yourself and protect your data. Yes, you're going to have to get active and not leave it to somebody else, or don't do it or ignore it. You can no longer ignore it, because that $37,000 worth of data that's on your phone and the time that it takes to get yourself right, it's not worth it, and so we have to get the upper hand on that. Okay, Zenobia here, the Touchable Tech Diva. This is making technology touchable here at Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle. Tech tools, hot jazz, passionate living. Enjoy some music.
Wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Hey, check it out, check it out. Let's kick a freestyle right quick, all right? A little spontaneous composition. Young Judy, would you come and saute some vocal mix with me, all right? From bebop to hip hop, old school never stop. Let's get one. Mic check, 1, 2. Freestyling ain't nothing but something to do. As we chill in the back, coming up with the grooves, that's all that. As I go with the flow, say yeah. 3 generations under a groove. Freestyle on the sax to set the mood.
Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle. Hello, hello. How are you? In a lot of places in the world, it's Wednesday. It's the middle of our week. So I kind of getting used to this time. I used to do a Fridays to get people going into the weekend, but I like being in the middle of the week. I'm getting used to this. I kind of like this because hopefully I'm re-energizing you. It's energizing me, and this is kind of cool. Chris is over here. Sorry you can't see him, but Chris is manning the console for me. Yay, Chris, thank you. He's really cool. Really good. Really good. Anyway, it's a good fit. That always works. Okay, Zenobia here, Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle. At this point, for a while, I won't be taking calls or emails just yet. Well, emails I can take. Email address is tdll@att.net. I was looking to see if you can, on the banner, it's on the banner, but I'm kind of in the way. It's tdll@att.net. Okay. Thank you, Chris. This is why Chris has to be here. Yes. So that's the email. If you want to email me and let me know, I will be posting this to the Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle YouTube channel. I got it up. A lot of hours, late nights. I got it up. So if you do go to YouTube, you can find the Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle channel. And give me about a day, and I'll have the show posted. And then you can subscribe. So when you subscribe, you can get an email for when the next show is going to be posted. How about that? Okay, we're talking about mobile security for our cell phones. And I gave you some statistics. I was looking at that 37,000. Mine is probably 50,000 because I got 1,500 pictures on there and videos, and I have Adobe Acrobat, so I have a lot of PDF files on there. So my number is probably a little bit higher. And yes, it is body parts, so it's not far out of reach. Okay, so here's some things to consider, and I give credit to McAfee. A lot of you might know McAfee as the security software company, and that was part of that email that I got today from PCM. And so here's some tips about what you need to do to better secure your phone. Okay, I don't want to hear people, I get this, oh, well, I don't need it. I don't need to do a password. I don't need to lock my phone. It's just me. And then I see them put it down on a table in a restaurant and walk off. Yeah, you do. So we have to get more active on our own part to secure our data and to secure our devices, because, you know, who wants to spend $300, $200, $400, $700 on a phone like once a year? Please, let's get over that. Okay, so the first tip is to lock your phone. Okay, all the phones, regardless of if it's an iPhone or any Android phone. Don't know about Windows phones. I'm going to get a Windows phone and try that out and see what kind of features it has. You should be able to lock your phone and password it. So take the time out and hunt around. Eventually, I'll have my Meet Your Cell Phone classes online, and then I can help you with that. If you want help, you can email me at tdll@att.net, and I'll help you find it. But set up, password your phone, and usually it will go dim or shut itself off after a few minutes. I think on the iPhone it's like 3 minutes, and then you have to put your password in. Yes, just make it a habit of putting your password in and password your phone. Okay, another big security thing that you can do is everybody's all ecstatic about Wi-Fi in the hotels, Wi-Fi in the restaurants. But let's talk about that. You need to ask first if that Wi-Fi, wherever you are, and you want to do Wi-Fi on your phone, if it is secure. Typically, if it's secure, you will have to get a password from them to access that Wi-Fi network. And then you can set your phone up so that it will remember that network the next time you are in the range of that network, so you don't have to put the password in every time, but at least the first time. Okay, and the reason being that you want to ask that question if it's a secure Wi-Fi network or not is because there are devices that people who have not the best intentions can access. Anybody can get these devices, and you can scan for Wi-Fi networks and find the free networks and see who's on that network and access that computer or those computers that are on that free network. So I always I won't use hotel Wi-Fi unless they give me a password. Okay, if they don't, then I'd rather use my 3G and use my data plan because that is secure. So if you're in an area, if you're not using your Wi-Fi, turn your Wi-Fi off. Now, I know I'm in LA and I'm driving around, and now because I'm driving around LA a lot, I forget to turn my Wi-Fi off. And what happens when this is a perfect example of why you need to turn it off. It will automatically go into a free TWC, which is Time Warner Cable, Wi-Fi network, and then all of a sudden my Pandora doesn't work because that Wi-Fi is trying to plant itself so I can use that Wi-Fi, and it stops my, and it's not secure. So that automatically tells me that I need to turn off my Wi-Fi so that I only use my 3G or the 4G. Okay, so because there's people with scanners that are roaming around trying to see who's on the free Wi-Fi and access their computers or their phones. Now we got the malware thing happening on the phones. So you want to turn off your Wi-Fi and your Bluetooth also, because the same thing can happen. The exact same thing can happen. Although we have to do hands-free here, so our Bluetooth is on. But when you're not using it, shut all these things off. Turn them off. Okay, another quick point. I guess I won't have time to go through all of them, but you'll have to come back for part 2. A few more is, there's the world of apps. There's got to be 2 million apps for your cell phone now. All kinds of apps. Some have good intentions, some don't. So when you're looking at getting an app, and I've done this from the beginning. I do it with any kind of software, even for my computer. You want to be thorough about checking out that company and who the company is that has created the app, and find out what their track record is if they're a reputable company. So what I tend to do is I will go and read some of the reviews, like the ones that have like 1 stars and 2 stars. If there are a lot of those, I'll read those reviews to see what it is about that app that's not cool. Okay, that's just in general in terms of the app working. But you want to have trusted apps. So even if it means you have to get on your desktop and do a Google search and reviews and ask the question, is this app a good app, a safe app to use? Then spend a little bit of extra time before you download it, especially the ones that are no charge. The ones that where you have to pay $2, $4, typically those, more or less, you can trust those because they put in a lot of research and development to make that work app, and they want a happy customer. Okay, so the bottom line is to be you want to be the one that's a happy customer, because you can tell your friends about that app, and so it goes. So be careful about what apps you download and check them out before you actually install them on your phone. Okay, another key is to keep your operating software updated. Now, this is one I kind of hedge on a little bit. But for the most part, you don't want to get too many versions behind on your operating system updates. There has, and this happened to Apple. Never, hardly ever happens that Apple has a bad update. But there was a bad Apple update, which caused me not to update my phone. And I will eventually go to iOS 7. 8 is coming in the fall, but iOS 7, I'm going to jump on iOS 7 here real soon, as soon as I empty out some room on my phone. But you want to kind of keep but read about the updates and what they do before you do them, and also read about any reviews of people who have downloaded the updates, and to make sure that they're safe. And I think one more before we go back to some more music. I want to squeeze in some more music. Backup. Okay, backup. It's not that hard, and yes, you need to just make it like you brush your teeth, but at least every couple of weeks is good. Okay, back up your phone. The iPhone makes it pretty simple. You can do it over Wi-Fi. You can do it connecting with the USB. You can do it via the cloud. Okay, we're going to have a whole discussion about the cloud and why pay attention to it or why not. But back up your phone, okay? Because if you're one of those that does happen to leave your phone on a table someplace and you walk away, or I had an incident to happen to me where I lost my phone. I don't lose my phone. Something happens to them. I was at a convention, actually a National Association of Broadcasters convention in Vegas, and I had the phone in my purse, and I was in the ladies' room, and they have these automatic sinks now where the water comes on automatically, and I had set my purse on the side of the sink, and I was doing something, and I caused the water to come on, and it got inside my purse and killed my phone. Well, it didn't kill it right away, but I tried to get it out and dry it off and, put it in rice and stuff, and it was like a lost cause, so I had to get another phone. I guess it was probably the universe saying it was time for me to get another phone. But anyway, it was so easy for me to put everything back on the new phone because I had it backed up. I just had to download the backup. Okay, so back up your phone. On the Android phones, Google has it so that you, when you set up the Android phones, you have to have a Google address. And so it's tied into your Gmail account. So there are ways where your Android phone can be automatically backed up also. So backup. I'm going to have some guests in the future, and we're going to talk about different styles of backup and different philosophies and processes for backup. Some, they say you need to just have your own server. If you're a business, even a small business, there are small servers now for small businesses that I'll talk about. And in the cloud, or a combination of both, or redundant backups. So at any rate, back up your cell phone, okay? It's 2014. I don't want to hear about, I lost your phone number, I lost this, I lost that. I just got that the other day. We should not, if we're doing business or if we're even an active person, have not lose our data completely like that. That's crazy. Okay, I think that's enough for you to ingest today. I don't want to put you on overload and shut off. So we're going to do another music segment, and it's going to take us up almost to the end of the 2 hours, and I'll be back in a little bit. I'm Zenobia, Tech Diva, and the Luxury Lifestyle. Tech tools, hot jazz, passionate living. See you in a bit. Tech Diva and the Luxury Lifestyle. Welcome, and we're calling it quits for the day. Well, we still have a lot of day to go. Hopefully you got energized, heard some really good music. You got your homework cut out for you. I gave you some homework. Okay, so next time I can believe that you actually did some of the homework. And no, I won't be able to see you yet, but I have confidence that hopefully you will take some of these to heed. Anyway, have a fabulous week, rest of the week, and I'll see you next time in the middle of the week. And be sure, if you want to get updates on when I'm uploading stuff to the YouTube channel, and then when I announce my website for the show, email me tdll@att.net. That is tdll@att.net. Zenobia here. God bless. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.